Our seals just arrived. Clear from New York City. I'm going to open this up here in a second, make sure everything is here that what I need. Got the 2 broken bolts drilled out. Those are fixed, retapped. Everything's ready to go back together. I'll be able to go ahead and start putting some of this back together tonight. I got 2 gaskets here I need to replace on this. So let's get this package opened up and let's see what's in it real quick. What a gasket kit looks like for your Wisconsin motor. And here's all's in here. Even comes with the fuel pump gasket, which is exactly what I needed. Here's the head gasket, and here's the main gasket I'm looking for is in here. I don't know what these two big ones are. I think actually no, this big one right here is the one that I need. So I'm going to get this opened up and kind of dig through it and see what all I can get together, because I think I can go ahead. I can get this back together tonight because those seals there. Get that back together. Possibly put this. Well, I actually can't put that one back on just yet because I got to make sure the sleeves go up in there. I can't put none of this, I don't believe, back together just yet because I got to make sure. Because I got the carburetor and stuff back on before I can do that. So these cannot be done there. This one here is done. What I did, and I'll show you. Took a tap, went in the middle of the bolt, tapped it, took a drill and a drill bit, drilled it out, and then retapped it with a tap and die set. And as you can see, probably won't do it on camera, but come on. Takes just a minute to get it started. Throw it right in. No big deal there. That's fixed. Have not found a stud yet to fix the other side, that one that's missing, or replace it. So we're going to have to do some more digging around for it. So for the most part, we can get some of this at least back together on the machine. So let's start seeing what we can't get done. So we got this side done. Got those gaskets in there. We got the back gaskets in there. The valve gaskets, I guess you could say. I don't know what they call them. I'm not a motors expert. This is the new gasket here. I think it is out of aluminum. So that will be going on here. Well, here's the old one. Those were really loose, so I tightened them down really good, and these are re-tightened down real good. So the reason why I've got this tool in my hand is because the other side that I had to take off to re-drill out the holes is got some rust and stuff down in them holes. So I'm gonna take this steel wood brush and just clean them out real good. Here up there's the 2 new gaskets got to go in there. And we can put that side back on. That'll be one less thing. And then I need to get something and jam down around that crap and then clean that dirt on the back and push it somewhere out of the way. That way I can clean that up and start cleaning this up. I wish I could have got it steam jenny before I brought it in here. That way that crap wouldn't have been on here. But you know, can't always get what you want. Probably after I get completely done, I'll drain the oil out of it and change the oil in it. And if I get it drained out and I can get to the oil pan, I probably will change that seal down there too if I can get to it, because it came with the new one. So we'll see what happens when I get there. I may not. I may just change the oil in it that way, in case there is any gunk or something that did fall down in there from up there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, but I've got to at least scrape this crap up here because it's like a 1/2 inch thick, and push it out of the way somewhere else, so I can at least not have it getting in the screens and stuff in here. So yep, getting it back together make me feel a little bit better, having this thing at least in a few less million pieces. So anyhow, we'll catch y'all here in a little bit. So this is a couple of days later. I got the stud here fixed. My mechanic buddy, I took it down to where he's at and he rethreaded it because I don't know if I had the right dies or not, and he's really good at that type of stuff. So he got that all fixed. I got to put some Loctite, but I got all new nuts for everything. Gonna put washers, flat washers and lock washers on everything. New seal's gonna go in. Gonna wipe everything down on there real good, and then we gotta get the compression tool out and compress these rings down, and that should slip right into the jugs. And then once the jugs are on, then everything gets tightened down. then the oil fill goes back on. That means one of the shrouds will be back on here on this side, and then I have to pick that shroud back up and hook everything back up on that. I gotta do some adjustments to these gaskets here. They're too damn big. I don't know what the world happened, but and then I gotta find 2 more of them bolts there to go into the exhaust manifold, which these, I got these done, the new seals and everything tightened down real good. I got the fuel pump back on with the new seal, put washers and lock washers on those, as I don't really want to have to do this again, to be truthful. But let's see what happens. Hopefully we get these slipped on here. Dad's got to find the tool. I've never done this, or he has, but it's been probably a long time ago. But we're going to dig out the old tools and see if we can't get these back on. Which they've got a little bit of play in it, nothing major. It ain't got like a whole lot of play in it. Gotta make sure I wipe these down real good, clean them up. But anyhow, let's see what happens when we get ready to start doing this. So today has been very, very slim pickings on getting this machine anywhere closer to being running, because I haven't got that done yet. So today we just rousting parts around, getting the seal. All the exhaust manifold seals are cut down to the size I need to be. I got the 2 bolts found for the 2 broken ones I broke off and had to tap and drill out. Got the fuel pump back on, put a washer, lock washer on that. Had to customize some washers for the jugs on here. And then guess what we did? We ran to town thinking we knew what we needed. Got the wrong damn tool. So we need these compression ring tools to basically put the pistons back in the jugs to compress the rings on the pistons. Got the wrong tools, because those there will not come off of the piston and come off of the piston. You would have to pretty much take the piston completely off of it, shove it in the jugs, and then reattach it onto the connecting rod right there. So we got the wrong tools, but we're gonna run back to town tomorrow, get the right ones, and then we should, I really hope to at least have the head back on tomorrow. And then Sunday I can finish doing the finishing touches and get everything ready, and then hopefully start it Sunday and back it out and run it and see how it's going to do. And like I said, whatever happens with it's going to happen. My guess is I'm going to fix a whole bunch of problems by putting on new seals and tightening everything back up, because it was there was stuff on here loose that shouldn't have been loose. So we'll see what happens. I will catch y'all tomorrow. So stay tuned. It's going to get interesting. So we got the seal on. Now we got the compression rings tightened down using hose clamps. We're hoping this works. We take the hose clamps, tighten them down, and then we'll set them on it, and it should, we'll loosen them up, so just slide them down as we go, and that way it should set each ring in there properly. In theory, this should work. Well, let's try it. So we worked on this thing for about 3 hours. The tool we went and got didn't work. We made different things to try to make it work. We finally went and got the right tool. We hope. Well, yeah. If we had 2 of them, this would have been a lot simpler, but the first piston is in. We're working on this. Did we lube those rings up, by the way?
Yeah, this thing's got plenty of lube.
Okay. We went and got the right tool. And the second one's gonna be a little bit of a bitch, but we'll get it fixed. We're about to get there. Slowly but surely. Right, Tim?
Well.
Right. So that's kind of the process. You compress those rings there, you can see, with the tool. And then you line it up with the bore, and you have to kind of tap it on there, and basically that tool slides off and the rings go in and compress, and it holds it. So let's see how this goes. We won't be videotaping this because it does involve some swearing normally.
Yes, it does.
A lot of swearing. Making my own tools to fix the skid steer. Gonna basically take a 17mm wrench, broke it off. Now I'm gonna cut that a lot flusher down, and I hope to take and tack it something like that real close. That way it's all nice and compact to be able to get up in there and at least get it tight enough to not come loose again. So let me get this tool belt and we'll see how it works. That's how that's going to work. It's probably not the most practical thing in the world. Actually, I may just give it a hair bit of an angle. That way I can kind of get a hold of it. So tomorrow, I'm going to get the welder out. And we're going to tack weld that together. Like I said, I probably will give it just a hair bit of an angle. That way, you know, it gives me a little bit more leverage. But as soon as that's done, then we should be able to start putting them nuts on there and get that fixed. So this tool I made, just cut the box end off, and I ended up putting it at an angle, as it looks like on flat there. And it does work. Now, I don't know if this will work on camera, because it normally doesn't ever work out on camera. But there, see how it's on there right now? You can just turn it down like that, and it tightens it right down. Tell you what, this here is the redneck education right here. If you guys have a 600 or a 610 or something like that with the same motor and you need to build something like that, just get you a cheap old, it's like a tool shed by Real King. You have to buy, I had to buy the whole damn kit, but it's only like $6, so I just need one wrench. But you never know when you might have to do this again. Of course, I didn't realize I had metric on here already. I've got like a billion standards here in the shop somewhere. But see, it's on there. I'll zoom in a little bit here. You can kind of see it. There's the wrench. There's the box end. It's kind of dark. Hang on. Turn you on some light here. Turn on. Oh no, it's unplugged. Never mind. I had to get the welder out, so I couldn't. I had to move the plug-in over there to it. Hopefully this don't like bust off down here, because that might be a real pain in the rear end to get out. So it's pretty daggone tight. I hope it's getting there. But all right, I'm gonna get back to it. I'll catch y'all here in a little bit. Feels awful right at the moment, man.
Mm-hmm. You want to know?
No, not right now.
You want the fuel on?
No, we turned it on. The guy told me to leave it off for a minute.
She's firing.
Watch this thing quit rolling. Got the machine running. I took it up the driveway and brought it back. See how it was going to run. Everything's nice and tight on there, nothing's vibrating. I'll add a little clip here at the end of what this thing looked like before I got this rebuilt. It's burning the new off the seal, so there's a little bit of smoking, a little bit weird smelling, but once that gets burned off, it should be okay. But you might have to go in and retighten the manifold bolts or something here in a couple weeks or something like that. But as far as everything else goes, it seems like everything's in place, not anything leaking, besides the little drop, which actually it's a lot less than what it normally does. But these axle seals in here need to be rebuilt, which that's going to be happening the next time this machine goes in. So let's go ahead. I'm going to change the oil in this thing just in case there might be a stray flake of something got down in there. You know, it won't, you know, damage nothing over a long period of time. So we're going to change it, put some new Bobcat oil in there, and then this thing's ready to go. And then we're going to do the service on the X-Mart, which is going to be a whole other video. So anyhow, let's get the change.